guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you my two favorite products of every makeup category. So my two favorite foundations and my two favorite mascaras and so on and so on. So this way you can really see my absolute favorite products of every category. And yeah, I hope it will be a lot of fun. I am very excited to show you guys my favorites. So let's go! Okay, so first for primer. These ones are my favorite primers at the time. This one is from Emite makeup and it's called Red Coral. Really great. And the Porefessional from the Benefit that you have heard about a lot, I guess. Both minimize pores and just makes your foundation stay on better and also just look better when you apply it, really. But I have not fully found a primer that helps me with my laugh lines and the lines that I get in my forehead, just because I do a lot of expressions with my face. So my foundation always like cracks up there and it's really annoying. If you have very oily skin, I would not really suggest these. You can probably find better ones, but I do have a very oily skin type, but I always like touch up during the day, so for me it's not really a problem with these two. And onto foundations. You have seen me use the Nars Glow in Siberia like a million times. It's my favorite of all of my foundations, but a recent favorite is the Revlon Color Stay in the shade, but it's the lightest one in the combination / oily skin type. They also have one for normal to dry skin. The one from Nars is a lot more yellow toned, which I have a yellow undertone, even though it might not look like it because I'm pale, so you can see that I am very red. But I do have a yellow undertone, and this one is a lot more yellow than this one. This one is right in the middle between like pink and yellow. And this one is a lot cheaper than the Nars Glow, but I still love this one a little bit better. I also have a first impression on my blog if you want to see my first impression and like before and after shots when using this, so check out my blog if you want to see that. So my two favorite concealers, this one is from Nars and it's called Radient Creamy Concealer, and then I have the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics that's a tongue tie, and this one is just their skin concealer in RO. The OCC one is cheaper, but I do tend to reach more to the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer just because it's a lot easier to put on. With this I like to use a brush of some sort. Yeah, this just goes on quicker, and that is why I like it. But the OCC one is a lot lighter, so I like to use this when I want to highlight with my base routine. And for favorite powders, I have Inglot's, just the mattifying pressed powder. It's just a white, like transparent powder. And then I have the dual foundation from Makeup Store in Helsinki, and this one gives coverage as well. You can use it just like this without any liquid foundation if you want a sheer coverage, but I use this always with a liquid foundation, really, because I love the cake makeup. This just mattifies. It doesn't help if you want some more coverage in some places. Then I always use this one, and I always have this one in my bag so I can do touch up. And between these two, the Makeup Store is high-end, then the Inglot one is drugstore prices. It's very cheap actually, so but I love the Makeup Store one, so yeah. Okay, and for bronzer I have the Body Shop bronzing powder in medium matte 03 and the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil medium deep matte bronzer. These two are great. They are kind of the same price. I think the Too Faced is a bit more high-end than the Body Shop one. Both of these smell great as well, if that is something that you enjoy. The Too Faced one smells like chocolate, and the Body Shop one smells like honey. For blush I have these two shades. The first one is from Sigma and is called Heavenly. It's one of their original blushes. And then I have Makeup Store's blush in Complex. Both of these are gorgeous. The Heavenly one is a little bit more of a corally, and the Complex one is more of a dusty rose. And for price, Makeup Store is kind of high-end, and Sigma is actually kind of cheap and drugstore prices, but they are just as good, really. These two are my favorite eyeliners. The first one is from Inglot and is called just the Eyeliner Gel 77. It's a gel eyeliner that you need to use a brush for, and it is waterproof and stays on the whole day, even though I have kind of a more oily eyelid than others, but these ones stay on the whole day. It's very cheap as well. Inglot is a great but very non-pricey makeup brand. I love this one. And for the more high-end one, I have my Makeup Store cake eyeliner in black. This one you need to use with a brush as well, but you need some kind of liquid as well. I use water and just mix it in, and I like that it's very matte. The other one becomes matte as well, but this one just like looks very like super ultra matte that I really like. If you have like problems with eyes tearing up and such, I wouldn't suggest this, just because when you get water on it, it does not stay waterproof because it's not waterproof. And then we have my two ultimate favorite mascaras. The first one is from Too Faced and is called Better Than Sex. You guys have probably heard a lot about this. And the other one is from Benefit and is called Roller Lash. And just like the other one, you have probably heard a lot about this. They are both very hyped on blogs and YouTube and such. They are great, so I can see why they are hyped. They are awesome. The Roller Lash, I only have it in a small size, but when it is completely dried out, I will for sure buy the bigger size because I love this one. They have very different applicators though. The Better Than Sex one is huge. I don't know if you can see. The Roller Lash is just a tiny bit closer to my heart though. It doesn't give any clumps or spider lashes or anything like that if you don't like really pile it up. And it gives great length and is for sure my favorite mascara of all time, always and ever. I love this one. For highlighters, I am going to go a bit weird. These ones are not highlighters really, they are both eyeshadows. This one is a silver pigment from Makeup Studio and it is just called the Shiny Effects in Silver. And then I have the Makeup Store Micro Shadow in Muffin, so this one is just an eyeshadow from Makeup Store. Muffin from Makeup Store is a lot more natural. It's just like my skin tone but shiny, really gives glow, and I just love to use this sometimes like pretty much all over my face, just to give like a sheer glow. And for the Makeup Studio one, as you guys can probably imagine, this one is more extreme than the other one. This one is just a white silvery pigment, and pigments are very, very pigmented, as for the name. Okay, for the last category, I have makeup palettes. And these ones are the ones that I chose, which is kind of like cheating, I guess. This one, for example, is all of my, well, not all of my, but some of my favorites from Makeup Store. It is one of my favorite brands. But yeah, I created this all by myself. It's just a C palette that I have taken out the shadows and put it in here so it's easier to use. Like, you can probably see which ones that I have used the most. But these three, this one is Muffin that I just talked about. This one is Satin and Vanilla and Muffin. And then I have Smog right here that I use to contour with like every single day. It's the best. And then I also love this one. It's called Dramatic, and I have used this one in a grunge makeup look that I will link down below for you. Pollution is just a matte black. It's the best matte black that I have ever tried. So yeah, these three are also favorites. This yellow one is called Carpe Diem. This one that is a little bit more of a yellowy curly orange is called Under the Sun. And then I have a Terracotta. So yeah, a little bit of a cheater, but this one is my favorite palette, and just because I done it myself, it's still a palette. So yeah. And the other one is from the Balm, and it's called Meet Matte. The only one that I haven't used is this one, Matte Johnson. It's like a grayish turquoise. So yeah, both of these are my favorites. But yeah, the Balm Meet Matte is a lot easier for you to get your hands on. I am quite sure that Makeup Store still has all of these shades, and I also do have a big blog post about all of my Makeup Store favorites, so if you want to check that out, I will link that down below as well. So guys, this is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and as I've said in this video, I will link to everything down below, and I will link to tutorials and blog posts about some of these products so you can get a better understanding of some of them if you are interested. I would also really like to do a lipstick favorites. So for that, like 2 of my favorite dark lipsticks, 2 of my favorite pink, red, nude, crazy colored lipsticks. So if you want to see that, please comment down below and I might do that. So yeah, I really hope we'll see each other in my next video. Bye!